informative, growth, opportunity.
It was very positive. I was very happy with how everything turned out in the end.
Field schools are an opportunity for students to really learn about what they want to do.
It's not really the same until you do it yourself. I am kind of counted as a novice traveler. The only time I have traveled outside of North America was 3 years ago when I was in grade 12. I've lived here my whole life and my parents were born here. I'm very comfortable where I live now, but I think it's really important to branch out a bit and make yourself a little uncomfortable in order to grow. So I'm definitely doing that on the field school that I'm leaving for in 6 days now to Portugal. It's going to be very different, just going on my own to this whole thing. It's a little nerve-wracking, but I'm going to kind of throw my whole self into it. I'm Sarah Shaver. I'm 21 years old. I'm a fourth year physical anthropology student through the Department of Archaeology at SFU. This past summer we went on the department's first Bioarchaeology Field School. It was in the Algarve region of Portugal and it was beautiful, everything we wanted it to be. Travel in general definitely just made me feel so much more independent and capable of that kind of travel. It's a very common thing to be a little hesitant to do such a trip, or longer trips, or even shorter trips for some people, but once you do put yourself out there and you kind of prove to yourself that you are very capable of, surviving and thriving and everything, it just makes me more comfortable with the idea of doing more of that in the future. And I think I've always wanted to do that, but I didn't necessarily always have the confidence to do so. So now I think it just means that my daydreams will actually kind of become reality. Let's go see! I've never been away from home for that long. It was also something that was a little scary about it.
Some students had excavation experience beforehand doing other field schools at Simon Fraser, and some had never been in the field before, and it was really great to see how they all grew and learned from an opportunity that you wouldn't have here.
Having worked in the field in what I'm really interested in, that gave me more confidence in my own independent ability. When I do similar things elsewhere in the world, I'll kind of be ready to look for those differences and be more prepared. It awarded me some opportunities that I just wouldn't have. You get to do practical work as well as your theoretical stuff, and you get to work with the people who you want to work for or with someday. What made it different was that you're now nowhere near anything that you're really comfortable with.
I feel also traveling as a young person is really beneficial to help learn a lot about yourself. I know the first time I went traveling on my own was extremely beneficial. It helped me grow as a person. It helped me learn about what I wanted to do.
Just when it comes to perceiving myself as a physical anthropologist, I can say that I've worked with real archaeological remains and everything like that. And that kind of just shifts myself into a new light for me, I think, and I feel more confident in saying, yeah, I study physical anthropology because I do, and I did that.
I would say just go. You might go, you might have a day where you don't like it, or the weather's not good, or you get lost, but at the end of the day, an opportunity to go somewhere new, learn something new, is always going to be good for you, even if it's a bit bumpy. In the end, you'll look back, and I think you'll enjoy it.
And you put yourself in situations where looking back, you're like, how did I even do that? But you did do it. Understanding that you might be uncomfortable, but in the moment, you're going to be fine with it, and then looking back, you'll just kind of be impressed with yourself is pretty cool.